Welcome back everybody to Shooting Gallery New England. My name is Joe. Happy for you to swing by. I just want to remind everybody to make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and also hit the notification bell in the lower right hand corner so you can get notified when a new video goes live. So today we got a special video for you. This is something that I've had a love-hate relationship with in my Gen 3 Glock 19 chambered 9mm. I do have it outfitted with an ultralight Valkyrie PL2 Mini, not PL2, it's PL Pro. I'm not sponsored by Olight. I know they try to grab every YouTuber in the world, but I'm not one of them. I just got it on a Black Friday deal. So I'm gonna load this up. I'm gonna take one mag real quick, and then we'll get to talking about it. All right. It's a 10-round mag of Winchester White Box 115 grain. Same thing. I don't get it. Alright guys, so now this is why I have a love-hate relationship with the Gen 3 Glock 19. Now, in the state of Massachusetts, Glocks are kind of hard to come by because of our communist leaders thinking we are not allowed to have certain firearms because of said trigger pull weight, or they want to call it safe, or just straight infringements. But enough of that rant. That's a rant for another video. So I bought a Gen 3 strip frame, kind of like a stripped AR-15 lower receiver. Now, what I had to do was I had to buy a stock Glock parts kit, so lower receiver, and then what I did was, so it's pretty much all stock. The only thing that's not stock is the slide. It's a stock barrel and stock Glock sights, which I think are kind of trash. I'm not the biggest fan. But this is a Rock Slide USA slide. It's kind of bare bones, has some front slide serrations right here. I'm not big on press checking because I'm not one of those boogaloo commandos. I just wanted to carry this for a concealed carry piece in the summer. I usually carry my Glock 20. I do have it on me right now. But as for comparison, I'll actually compare it. Alright guys, so for comparison, I'm sorry I keep cutting, but you know, I want to make sure I get all the information I can to you. So this is my Glock 20, it's a full-size 10mm. This is the Glock 19. As you can tell, it's not the it's a completely different slide, completely different size, it's a little bit thicker. Yes, I do have the Valkyrie on here, but at the same time, it's not like, hey, I want to carry the 10mm all the time. I will, and I do, but at the same time, I like to have a little bit of a smaller handgun when I'm going out and about, because the Glock 20 is very, very heavy. But at the same time, I like the 9mm Glock because what I can do is I can have magazine capacity and ammo capacity. But I have had a love-hate relationship with this firearm. I don't know if it's the barrel or the sights. This shoots low and left. Doesn't shoot the center. I've never really gotten decent groups out of it. Right now I have just about 1,000 rounds to the firearm, and it's not what I would consider accurate enough for me to carry. So when you're choosing a firearm to carry, you want to make sure that you can definitely hit your target with it, and you're accurate enough to where you feel comfortable to carry that firearm. So let me load another mag up, and we'll see what we can do. I'll kind of demonstrate this. So Glocks aren't always free of malfunctions, guys. So don't believe the media hype. Don't believe a YouTuber saying Glocks are the most accurate pistol in the world. Now, what happened was I got a little bit of a stovepipe, and that's essentially, can happen from time to time. The just stock parts. I'm not going crazy. I'm trying to see how accurate and that these can be. I'm just loading this mag up. For those who watched our Tech 9 video, you guys remember I had a couple light primer strikes, so I'm actually loading those 3 up right now to see if maybe it's the firing pin from the Tech 9. But again, Winchester white box ammunition. The first 3 rounds are going to be the ones I had the light primer strikes on. That's 1, 2, 3. Now, the gun is cocked and locked, ready to go. I'm pointing it down range in a safe direction. Those were the light primer strike bullets from the Tech 9 video. So that tells me as a gunsmith that you might want to start checking out the firing pin. Maybe that needs to be replaced or work on the spring a little bit. So let's get back to the Glock 19, okay? And that finished that mag out. So let's go down range. We're gonna check some of this out, okay? All right, guys. So I fired about probably 20 rounds through this right now. We're seeing the same thing with the Tech 9, and I am aiming dead center. I did hit a couple spots around here. That's about where I'm gonna technically be at, but at the same time, we're still seeing all these stray flights of just Winchester white box ammunition. This is my dilemma with the Glock 19. But still, it's a firearm that everyone should have in their collection, guys. Just because I might not have the best luck with a firearm does not mean you're not going to have the best luck with a given firearm. Me personally, I don't like M&Ps that much, just of the aesthetics, but I do shoot them very accurately. I have a good personal friend that you can remember, Ethan, in the early days of Shooting Gallery New England. He was one of the channel co-hosts. He loves the M&P. He cannot shoot a Glock to sit. He doesn't like the blockiness. It's kind of hold a 2x4. So it's all about how you like shooting and what you prefer. I just like the Glocks because, you know, I've always had reliability with my, I have a 17, I have, well, the 17 is a polymer 80, but I do have my 20, and I just like the compatibility with Glocks with some pistol caliber carbines, just a bunch of other reasons. So let's get back up talking. I'm going to load a couple more mags, and we're going to see what we can do with this, okay? Well, the Glock 19, obviously it's a 9mm striker fire pistol. It is probably the most popular pistol in America, next to probably the 1911. We do have a video on the 1911. It's the SR 1911 that probably is already posted by now. So the reason why I put the Olight PL Valkyrie Pro on here is, again, I'm looking to have this as a concealed carry weapon, but at the same time, I want it stock. Some municipalities and some states might have different laws considering concealed carry. I try not to add that much upgraded parts to my concealed carry weapon, but at the same time, I want to be able to be effective. There's the whole mantra of Glock perfection, but you see these guys with Gucci Glocks and upgraded sights and triggers and slide cuts. I'm not really into that old jazz, but you know, give me a decent pair of sights. The barrel better be accurate, which I'm thinking this barrel isn't as accurate, but at the same time, for people who do build these Glocks just for like a stock Glock, depending if you live in a banned state, you're already spending upwards of around, it took me around 500 to build this with the slide and everything. Your slide's gonna be the most expensive part to the firearm, but at the same time, why, as long as if 1,000 rounds in should not be an indicator saying you need a new barrel, or it could be the shooter, it could be not. I'll leave that up to interpretation. I'm thinking maybe if I upgrade the barrel and the sights, we get a little bit better accuracy. I'm not ready to give up on the Glock 19 because I do like the ergonomics, With the Gen 3, you do get the finger grooves. This is not an ambidextrous slide stop side relief. Again, stock sights, stock barrel, stock trigger. It's pulling about 4 or 5 pounds, which in Massachusetts is one of the reasons why you can't get a Gen 5 Glock as long as you're not an LEO, or law enforcement only, for those who are wondering. So let's do a little bit more shooting with this and see how it works. Still shooting a little bit to left of center. Okay. Glock 19, it's still kind of shooting a little bit left. Yes, I should be able to compensate that, but at the same time, when I'm gonna say, God forbid, someone's trying to hurt me, my wife, or my family, my friends, and I will have to eventually use my firearm, I'm not saying that's what I'm planning on to do, but at the same time, we all need to prepare. So if I prepared right and I took all the proper steps and I unfortunately had to draw my firearm, I want to make sure when I point to center mass, if I'm off by an inch or two, that's one thing. But if I'm off by a couple inches, I don't want to have to wonder, is my firearm in sight? So that's one of my biggest gripes with the Glock 19. It's very easy to pull down a Glock. I do have a video on my Glock 20 on how to technically disassemble a Glock when I was replacing the back plate from Efron Tactical. Make sure you go check out Efron Tactical over on Instagram. Great dude, building a lot, making a lot of Kydex stuff for back plates, side plates, dump trays, stuff like that. I think he's, last I spoke to him, he wasn't trying to make holsters, but go check him out. I'm gonna throw his Instagram card on the screen right about now. Just go check him out, all right? So we're gonna load up a couple more mags, keep shooting, okay? So I try to do those super cool shooting videos coming back from a cut, but this is a pretty interesting malfunction. I think this is getting to the point where I definitely need to clean this firearm, because I usually clean them when they're starting to mess up, but at the same time I'm testing reliability of a given handgun. So that's a fun little stovepipe there. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna lock that slide to the rear. There we go. This is why I love firearms. Never had played this whole game. If you remember this from Call of Duty World at War, or I think it's MW3. That's a huge Xbox guy back in the day. There's that gun game called One in the Chamber. Yep. Well, I would have gained an extra gun if I did that. I did actually hit the bullseye on that, ironically. So, yeah guys, again, these videos aren't reviews. They're more of a, I'd like to call a presentation. Give you, for people who are interested in buying these firearms, I want you to know what's going on with them. I want you to know my experiences with them, if they're good, bad, or indifferent. Everyone has different experiences with handguns, rifles, shotguns. I'm telling you right now, I do like the Glock 19. It's not that I don't like it, it's just maybe things need to be upgraded, whether it be the barrel, the sights. We are using 10-round factory Glock mags because in the state of Massachusetts they cannot have the standard, I think they come standard with a 15-round mag. So unfortunately, due to a magazine capacity ban, getting pre-banned mags for a Glock, whether it be 17, 19, the fun sticks they're out there, but they're upwards of about $100, over $100 actually, depending on what guy you buy them from. Some people are cool and don't completely gouge you on the price, but at the same time, that's just how capitalism and the market is when it comes to pre-banned mags in banned states. Let's go through this other mag and keep talking, okay? Yep. So, obviously I can't show the Valkyrie Pro Olight because it's sunny out. So, for those of you in the comment section saying, why don't you choose the Olight? Why don't you turn the Olight on? Come on, genius. So, yeah, the Glock 19 is, again, one of the most iconic firearms. A lot of people use it for concealed carry. A lot of guns are made patterned around this size. Smith & Wesson makes an M&P. I forget what they call it, but I think it's like a 3.2-inch barrel that is essentially a carbon copy of the Glock 19. Companies like Ruger, Smith, CZ, all the big ones, they've been trying to replicate. I'm going to take the Olight off, just to show comparison. It is an unloaded gun. They're trying to replicate this size, where you can get pretty much a full grip on it. So you're going to see like the Ruger Security 9, the M&P, the CZ P10C. There's a bunch of other Striker Fire Plastic Fantastics out there that are trying to replicate this size. There is various different generations of the Glock. There's the Glock Generation 1, 2, there's technically a 2.5, 3, 4, 5, and then you get other nomenclatures of 9mm. Glock's model, the Glock Model 19, this does not mean it is the 19 round mag. It's the model number 19, the 19th patent that Gasping Glock has made. Yes, there is a Glock 19X out there, which is essentially a Glock 19 slide with a 17 frame. It makes no sense, but you know what? Hey, people got to get their Glocks on. Everyone, again, most customizable too. Whether it be slide work, stippling, if you want to be cool. I don't really care for stippling. I know how to do it. I might try it out one of these days, but for right now, I like the standard grip texture. The only thing my biggest complaint with Glock is, again, sorry for the gunshots in the background, guys. We're at a public range. My biggest complaint is what people get the Glock Knuckle. If they hopefully fix it, I've never had my hands on a Gen 5. When you're shooting Glocks a lot, you get what's called a Glock Knuckle, meaning you get, you know, a little bit of a burr on your knuckle from your support hand and stuff like, or your firing hand. If that could be widened, I can get it widened, but at the same time, what's the point? You know, I want to keep it as stock as possible, but also I want to be accurate. Maybe that can improve my accuracy, who knows. So I'm gonna load up 2 more mags and we're gonna close this video out. Again, we appreciate you swinging by today, guys. So I loaded these last 20 rounds up, so we're gonna close out this video. Again, I don't want you to think that I hate the Glock 19. It's actually one of my favorite guns to shoot because it is very comfortable and I like the ergonomics. Ergonomics are a big thing to me. So we're gonna close this video out. Before we close it out, we're gonna show you how this is looking downrange on the target, and then we'll catch you next time. So lock and load. Let's go check out the target, okay? Alright guys, so this is essentially out of about 100 rounds what the accuracy out of my particular Glock 19 is showing. So again, take this to what you want. Don't take it as a, you know, a scripture. Someone is going to have different experiences. I'm going to eventually upgrade the Glock 19. I don't really want to, just because I want to keep it a stock, but I want to see the full potential of this platform of the firearm. So out of 100 rounds, yes, I did get a few that's kind of, I'd call it minute of man. again, it's up to interpretation. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I'm gonna have a lot more videos down the way. Don't forget, again, to like, share, and subscribe to Shooting Gallery New England. We're also over on Gunstreamer. Go check us out on Gunstreamer and on Instagram at Shooting Gallery New England. One word, all lowercase letters. And make sure you smash the notification bell so you can be notified when a new video goes live. Thank you again for watching, everybody, and I'm gonna see you soon, okay?